In this video we're tracking things with TrackR. So I want to start off by saying a big thank you to TrackR, who sent me a couple of their products quite a few months ago now, and I've been basically putting them to the test before kind of putting this video together. So they sent me a TrackR Bravo, a TrackR, I think they call it the sticker, and then the wallet tracker as well. So I've been messing with each of these on and off for the last few months. I've just simply put them all back in the cases. It's very easy to pop them in and out. So I thought I'd give you my opinions on them and talk a little bit how each one may or may not be suitable for the things you're looking for. So if you're not familiar with these products, basically they are trackers that you can put on or in items that enable you to then hopefully find them if you lose them using your smartphone. So typically they're using Bluetooth. Some of them tend to be a sealed unit where you can't replace the battery, but the company may have some form of exchange program. One of the things I really like about the TrackR ones is they do have a battery that you can replace yourself. Now, I think it must be at least 3 months that I've had these. They've been on all of that time. I've used them on and off, and so far absolutely no problems with the batteries. I have read some things where people have said the batteries don't last very long on them. Perhaps it's the way I'm using them. Obviously I don't have the app on all the time because I only kind of turn the app on if I'm trying to find something, because I just don't see the point in leaving it on all the time. So that obviously probably helps with battery life a little bit. One of the things about these products, because they're not sealed, it means they're not waterproof. So one of the things that you can get specifically for the TrackR Bravo here is a water resistant sleeve. So you can then put the Bravo into that sleeve and it adds some form of water resilience. Personally, I'm not really too concerned about whether something's waterproof or water resilient enough. I mean, if it's on a bag or something, unless you're in like mega torrential rain and it gets soaked, I'm pretty sure it's going to work generally well anyway. So before we talk very briefly about each of the products, I'll talk a little bit about the application. So the application, I'm testing it on an iOS device, on an iPhone. The application is really nice looking, it's really intuitive to use as well. To add a device is really simple. You open up the application, set that you want to essentially sync a device. Press the button on the device for pairing, give it a name, etc., and then it's pretty much done. One of the things that I like about this particular product compared to some of the competitors is you get kind of essentially a little sensor. So hopefully I'll switch to a bigger screen so you can see, but there's like a little power chart thing that's kind of goes around the little speaker device. It lets you know kind of how close you are, so what the proximity is. So as you're trying to locate the device, you've got that kind of hotter, hotter, colder, colder kind of thing going on as well. All of these devices have a sound alarm, so I'll just give you an example here. So this one is the wallet. I'll just sound that now. So I would say they're not the loudest of these devices, but you can certainly hear them. So if you're trying to find something, keys in the bottom of your bag or it's dropped out in some grass, you're going to be able to find them. And as with most of these products as well, if you have the application open, you can press the button on the device itself and it will cool the phone as well, so that works quite well. I have the location services option disabled just because I'm paranoid and I would enable that if I felt I needed it, that's another option to help you identify things from the map and obviously see where something you last identified it. And they also have, I think what's quite common is the crowdsource function. So obviously you can find your device based on other people's use of the application. I have had it once pop up, I think congratulating me that I'd helped someone find their device. I guess that really happened. I couldn't really then look at the app to see who, what, when and how that had happened. And the only reason I kind of seem surprised about it is I kind of live somewhere and not surrounded by people that I think would have these devices. So it just kind of seemed odd that happened. But, you know, a great feature again, if you can get it. So these products tend to be around the £25 mark, so pretty much the same as most of the competitors. So I think the only, well, I say for me, I think the benefits of the TrackR devices that I like about it is the fact that you can replace your own battery, so you're not holden to, you know, when the battery expires, having to throw it away, use an exchange program. Just use a simple watch battery you can buy yourself, you know, for a few pounds. I like the fact that you have that little kind of the radar thing that I mentioned. So when you are trying to find something, the proximity, you know, the sensor's kind of going up and down. So if you know you're getting hotter or colder, it's not super accurate, but it's better than not having it. So that's why I think it's a benefit. And I think the sound is good enough. It's not the loudest one on the market. I think Chipolo have that, but it is a good, solid product. So if we just look quickly at each of the products. So we start off with the Bravo. So I think that's the most popular of the products in their range. As I mentioned already, I use the iOS device, but obviously they have an Android application as well. And so here it is. I mean, these things are tiny. So obviously what you can do, they come you know, with a little keyring piece. So, and you can also just slide it through the hole to put it on your keys. So I like the fact that it's really small, it's really compact. This one is kind of made out of, I think, a lightweight metal, might be aluminium, but it's very kind of plain and simple looking. There's nothing about it that draws too much attention to it, so you can just have this on your keys. It's not going to be a problem. As I mentioned before, you can press this button here. Actually, I'm not sure if the application is still open. I may have closed it. Yeah. You can press on the buttons here to then cool the phone. So obviously if you lost your phone and you found your keys or whatever this is attached to, you can do that. The battery literally slides in and out in this little section here. I don't have nails, which makes it difficult to get it out. Okay, so the battery just pops out the side there, so you can see that's a CR1620, so a common battery, so easily to be replaced. So yeah, the Bravo one, like I said, I think this is the most popular one. Definitely fits in your keyrings, could fit in your wallet, on a purse, on luggage or what have you. If you feel you need that water resilience, then you can get that water resistant sleeve to go with it as well. Okay. Then we have the TrackR sticker. This one, the idea of this is that you can stick it to something or just kind of loop it on your keys. So as you can see, it's marginally smaller than the Bravo device, but it's also slightly thicker as well. So for me personally, I would go with the Bravo over this, but I guess it just depends on what you're looking for aesthetically. In terms of usage, and range and detectability, the sticker and the Bravo both seem to have the same kind of range, the same kind of decibel level, so I don't see any advantage of one over the other for me personally. And then finally is the wallet version. So this is obviously the largest, but also the thinnest of the devices. So yeah, as I was saying, lastly we have the TrackR wallet. So it's obviously it's the largest in terms of overall footprint. It's about the same thickness as a Bravo, but obviously this could fit in your wallet in credit card slot or something like that. I do like the fact that this one seems to have slightly better range, so it does get picked up slightly further away than the others. And I also like the fact that I think you can put this in a car quite easily, so put it in the slot where your sun visor is or whatever. So for example, if you're someone that often forgets where they park their car, you could use this to help locate it. So I think they're a good set of products. I don't think the range on them is as good as some of their competitors, but like I said, they do have that proximity bar thing, so as soon as it is in range, you've got a good idea of how close or far away you are from them. So obviously you can use that in combination with the sound to try and locate and try and identify it. So I think it's good, and like I said, I like the fact that you have the versatility that you can put this on a key ring, you put it in a wallet, attach it to a bag or whatever it may be, and I like the fact that again you can replace your own batteries. So like I say, the Bravo and the sticker just use one battery. This wallet one uses 2 batteries. Perhaps that's why it's a little bit more powerful and has a slightly extended range. But yeah, I think in terms of value for money, if you're looking for a product that you can replace the batteries on in a reasonable price point, I do think the TrackR is worth looking at. I think it's close to the Chipolo for me. I think I like the app on the TrackR better than the Chipolo, but I think the Chipolo, depending on the environmental situation you're using it in, does have a slightly better range and has a slightly louder tone, but I think the price point is slightly more expensive with the Chipolo, and you have that issue that even though they do have one that you can replace the battery, it seems more commonplace that you can get hold of the one that has the sealed unit. So yeah, that's it. I hope this was helpful. Like a super quick overview, but these things are pretty obvious in terms of what they do. But easy to get up and running, work well. For me, the batteries are lasting fine, but even if they didn't, you can replace it, so it'll cost you a couple of pounds. So yeah, TrackRs, definitely worth checking out. Thanks for watching this video. A thumbs up would be really appreciated. If you're interested in other geek type videos, please consider subscribing to Spectrum Geeks. Why not also follow us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. And before you leave, why don't you check out one of these other videos that may be of interest. Thanks again for watching.